We are already halfway through the year. I cannot believe it, which means it is the perfect time for us to kind of look over our financial goals.
Good time for a little pit stop here. Brad Allen from wealthwisconsin.com joining us with 4 ways halfway through the year we can all try to get ahead a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good time to check in. You know, maybe you hopefully set goals for the finances at the beginning of the year, and now is a good time to check in. And if we're not meeting those goals or on our way to, how can we get there?
So why is this a good time to do it?
Well, there's a number of things.
Time, right?
Yeah, there's a couple things you can take a look at. So number one is life changes, right? So maybe you get married, divorced, have a baby, a grandchild. All these things change. You want to change your beneficiary forms along with that.
Sure.
I always recommend sitting down with a financial professional or an estate planner once a year and just making sure everything's up to date so that the right people are going to inherit the accounts you want them to.
Sure, and the other thing you want to check in with is your retirement account.
Retirement is a big one. Not only just putting the 10 to 15% away per year or per month, but you also want to look at what are the internal fees of something like a 401k or IRA. You know, and fees really play a big part in how successful you can be in the future. The average fee is about 1%. So if you think 1% in that account is compounding over the years, that fee keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's said that if you stay at the company for 40 years, you put the money into the 401k that whole time, you could spend over $500,000 in fees internally that you don't see. So it really plays its part too. Be your own advocate. Look into what the fees are you're paying.
And the first 6 months of this year have been a little volatile on top of it, so it's probably not a bad idea to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Am I in the right place for the retirement date I have in mind?
Right, right.
So what about taxes?
Taxes are a big one too. We just got done with taxes, but it's never too early to start. We have a different tax system this go around. So we want to take a look at what tax bracket do we fall into. The standard deduction doubled, but itemization kind of went out the window. There's not as much itemizing anymore. So just coming up with a plan on what you want to do. How much money do you want to put into a 401k and get money off the table for taxes so it doesn't count as income for you?
Right.
If you're getting close to retirement, there's things like Roth conversions where you can convert some of your traditional IRA over to a Roth account, pay the taxes today, but you're not going to have to pay it later on down the road. So things like that just to plan out.
Is that another conversation, though, that you have with a financial professional?
Definitely want to sit down with either a tax professional or a financial professional that can walk you through, okay, what is the implementation? If you do a Roth conversion and now you add $20,000 more of income for the year, does that push you into a bracket you don't want to be in? So you want to be careful with it and plan it out ahead of time.
And real quick here, I'm used to waiting to get that green and white piece of paper from Social Security in the mail telling me where I stand. You can do that online now too.
You can, and I even say people in their 20s just starting out, just go online and figure out how it all works. They take your 35 highest paid working years, they average that number out, that's your full retirement age, what you get on a monthly basis. So just trying to figure out how it all works. There's 500 different ways that you can take Social Security when you get to Social Security age. So whether it's spousal benefits or just letting it grow at 6 or 8% per year, all these different things play its part, so you want to plan it out ahead of time.
Sometimes looking at that Social Security depresses me. But you're right.
That's another conversation for another day.
Help us prepare ourselves for the end of the year.
Right.
Thank you, Brad.
You're welcome.